Welcome to another exciting episode of the $1 Million Peddlers. I'm Papergoy.
And I'm Mr. Magazine.
Mr. Magazine, I was talking with a reseller a few days ago, and he made a statement that kind of got me thinking.
Okay.
And his statement was that he runs at the speed of cash. Have you ever heard that before?
I have not heard that.
And what do you think of that?
Run at the speed of cash. I mean, does that mean like a guy calls up and goes, I have this great Star Wars collection. It's all vintage stuff. I got to get it out of the house today. I only want $3,000 for it. I'll be right there. Boom.
Well, what he means by that is he'll be right there, but then he's not buying the next collection until he moves the stuff out of there because he's got to get the money back from that deal to fund his next deal and the next deal.
Yeah, that's a
What
bad
are the pros and cons of that? Well, there are some pros.
Okay. I mean, the cons are basically it limits you for expanding and making more money. And if you're successful and you have a lot of money behind you and backing you, you should be able to buy like we do. So you don't lose out on any one deal, because that would really, imagine if we had that mentality, we definitely would not have all this stuff. We definitely would not have the success we have. We would not have the amount of listings we have.
Correct.
And the experience of buying more stuff as well, because it also limits your buying where, if we're buying things 3-4 days a week, now you're talking about once every week or two. Because things don't fly off the shelves either, and you have to wholesale them, really. To get rid of everything, you're not going to sell everything in a week or two at a premium. And okay, I sold everything, finally, now move on to the next one. And do you really have to wait till your last item out of it?
No.
But then the chunk of the good stuff out of it.
So in other words, if you go out and you spend $500, you've got to clear $500 before you get the next deal.
The good is that he doesn't have to be. He's not like me. I have a sea container that I'm paying $120 a month. Luckily, the pods I get a discount on. And I have a warehouse that I need in the shop, and I'm using space everywhere. So, and it's, I'm not paying per se like I would a storage unit, but I'm paying mortgages and stuff on this space, and I'm using it for that. So It's still costing me to store. Where he has a luxury where he can do it out of his house. He's
got a trailer and a pickup truck.
Yeah, and it looks nice and clean and empty, because of that. But any other pros, I would definitely love to hear them.
Well, I guess it's that you build up a whole bunch of a network of people, and you basically are into the deal and out of the deal and on to the next deal. And I think that as time goes on, we realize more than ever there's always going to be another deal. So you and I are still unloading our last deal,
right?
And he's already got it sold and is 3 deals ahead of us.
Well, the only thing I see with that networking, though, I think that'd be a problem for us, because how many deals could you do where, hold on, Joe, I can't buy that yet because I have this whole, truckload of stuff I got to get rid of. You're going to lose that connection because he's going to move on to me.
Well, I think where I'm saying the networking is I've got that truckload of stuff, and I know that I bring it here, sell part of it here, I sell part of it there, I sell part of it there, I sell part of it there. Uh-huh. So basically, as I'm loading the truck, I'm already figuring out who I'm bringing it to sell it to.
But then there's another con. I mean, a lot of hustle. He must do a lot of shows, flea markets, and so forth. Then he's not listing his stuff online because there's no
maybe
way
the
you
best
can
of the best he does.
Right. Yeah, but that's still a lot of work, a lot of gas, a lot of time to. It's great that he's flipping it, but it's still a lot more work, I think, involved in that. And and I don't know what his average ticket is, but I could never do that. And to beat the level I want to be at and the money I want to make, I could never do that. I don't think.
I just thought it was a really, really interesting concept because I hadn't heard it before. Yeah. I hadn't heard that word, that expression before, and I've been doing this a long time. And he runs at the speed of cash. And I said there definitely are pros to it, and I think that you realize those pros when you are tripping over boxes, and when you're looking at stuff going, I am never going to get this stuff listed. What am I going to do with this, and why am I still buying?
Yeah.
And I think that honestly, and I can't speak for you, but I can speak for myself, I think that Whatnot is definitely entering more and more into me and is kind of that whole theory. I'm trying at this point to get my money. Now granted, because I put auctions up a few weeks out in advance, I don't get my money back the same day, because I put the auction up a month from now.
Right.
It takes a month to get my money back. But still, compared to the long tail that I'm used to doing, the fact that I'm getting my money back out in a month. So I'm kind of trying to do it on a mini way of doing it, in that if I go and I go to a show and I spend $500, I'd like to get $500 out of Whatnot from stuff I bought at the show. Now, I don't
Right.
force it.
Yeah.
I don't force the issue. It's not like I look and I go, wow, this is a $100 item on eBay, but I need $3 more.
Yeah.
I'm going to put this on Whatnot. No, I'm willing to
Well,
accept
even if
that.
you get $350 or something, you're just pretty
Yeah.
darn close where you know you're going to make a killing at some point. You just sold a small, percentage of it, and you get almost all your money back.
Yeah, so I'm kind of doing it on a mini basis at this point now where I'm trying to run at the speed of cash. I'm trying to get my money back on the shows that I go to via Whatnot and then make my money long-term over on eBay. Am I leaving money on the table? Most certainly I am. But the flip side of it is, I'll give an example. I went to the show this last week and I ended up buying, I don't know, they're still in the truck, 6 or 7 boxes of books. If I took them all and listed them all on eBay and or Amazon, I would make more money than Whatnot. I absolutely would. Where am I putting 6 to 7 boxes of books?
Right.
I would much rather move those out the door on Whatnot at 40% and move them all out right now, as opposed to, oh, I sold a book in 3 months for $12 that I could have gotten $3 on Whatnot for 4 months ago.
Right.
So it's kind of being integrated in, and I'm starting to listen to the people that work that way a little bit more now than I ever did in the past. So if you are kind of building your business up right now, just an interesting concept. Keep it in the back of your mind, and maybe get it as part of your business as far as that goes. Run at the speed of cash. And if you could hit the like button, we would also appreciate that, and we will see you next video.
Take care. Bye-bye.